Toss-up 1. Biology. Multiple choice. Glucose is an example of what class of sugars? W. Hexose. 10. Pentose. Y. Tetrose. Z. Dextrose. Answer. W. Hexose. Bonus 1. Biology. Short answer. Name 2 cellular organelles besides the nucleus that contain a genome. Answer. Chloroplast, mitochondria. Toss-up 2. Physics. Multiple choice. A train approaches a station with a velocity of positive 15 meters per second relative to the ground. If a person on the train is moving towards the rear of the train at a speed of 1.5 meters per second relative to the train, what is the velocity, in meters per second, of the person relative to the ground? W, positive 13.5. 10, negative 13.5. Y, positive 16.5. Z, negative 16.5. Answer. W, positive 13.5. Bonus 2. Physics. Short answer. A set of non-zero vectors is added to obtain a sum of 0. What is the minimum number of vectors in the set if they are a, equal in magnitude, or b, unequal in magnitude? Answer. 2 in the case of equal, 3 in the case of unequal. Toss-up 3. Math. Multiple choice. Which of the following relations does not represent a function? W, 2, 3. Negative 4, 3. 7, 3. 10, 0, 0. Negative 1, negative 1. 2, 2. Y, 2, 3. Negative 5, 3. 2, 7. Z, negative 1, 3. Negative 5, 3. Negative 9, 0. Answer. Y, 2, 3. Negative 5, 3. 2, 7. Bonus 3. Math. Short answer. How many distinct signals can be made using 4 flags of different colors on a vertical flagpole? Answer. 24. Toss-up 4. Energy multiple choice. Which of the following is not a result of mountaintop coal mining? W. Increased mineral content in valley streams. 10. Formation of new wetlands. Y. Reduction in amphibian populations. Z. Defragmentation of forests. Answer. Z. Defragmentation of forests. Bonus 4. Energy multiple choice. Lithium thionyl chloride batteries have low current delivery but long lifespans. They are able to operate at a temperature range between -55°C and 150°C. Which of the following is least likely to be powered by a lithium thionyl chloride battery? W. Speakers. 10. Smoke detectors. Y. Diving equipment. Z. Wireless alarm systems. Answer. W. Speakers. Toss-up. 5. Earth and space multiple choice. What cloud type is characterized by a formless cloud layer that is almost uniformly dark gray? W. Cumulonimbus. 10. Alto cirrus. Y. Cumulus. Z. Nimbostratus. Answer. Z. Nimbostratus. Bonus. 5. Earth and space short answer. What is the term for a ridge of till that is formed when the lateral moraines of two adjacent alpine glaciers coalesce? Answer. Medial moraine. Toss-up. 6. Chemistry. Multiple choice. Your research results in a new surface temperature probe to obtain data on planet Mercury. However, the probe is highly reactive with chalcogen gases. Which of the following would best insulate the probe? W. Diatomic fluorine. 10. Diatomic chlorine. Y. Diatomic oxygen. Z. Helium. Answer. Z. Helium. Bonus. 6. Chemistry. Short answer. If 35 liters of neon gas at 77 degrees Celsius is cooled, the volume drops to 10 liters. If the pressure remains constant, what is the final temperature of the gas, in degrees Celsius? Answer. -173 degree. Toss-up. 7. Biology. Multiple choice. What osteichthyes was known from the fossil record for nearly 100 years before a living specimen was discovered? W. Australian lungfish. 10. Beluga sturgeon. Y. Coelacanth. Z. Bowfin. Answer. Y. Coelacanth. Bonus. 7. Biology. Short answer. An athlete who normally has plenty of endurance is admitted to the emergency room with symptoms of sickle cell anemia, which include pain crisis in multiple limbs from lack of oxygen as a result of a track competition at high altitude. Suspecting sickle cell trait, doctors decide to screen the athlete's beta-globin gene for sickle cell mutations. What is the general genetic term that would best describe the athlete's beta-globin genotype of the alleles being tested? Answer. Heterozygous. Toss-up. 8. Physics. Short answer. The breakdown electric field of air is approximately 3 million volts per meter. Providing your answer in scientific notation, if a typical storm cloud is at an altitude of 2,000 meters, what is the voltage drop between the ground and the storm cloud just before the lightning strike? Answer: 6 times 10 to the 9th power. Bonus 8. Physics. Multiple choice. A circuit consists of 5 capacitors of 5 microfarads each and a voltage source of 20 volts. If the capacitors are connected in series, what is the potential difference across each of them? W, 4 microvolts. 10, 4 volts. Y, 10 volts. Z, 20 volts. Answer: 10, 4 volts. Toss-up 9. Math. Multiple choice. What is the value of I to the power of 21? W, negative I. 10, I. Y, negative 1. Z, 1. Answer: 10, I. Bonus 9. Math. Multiple choice. Which of the following is equivalent to open parenthesis a to the power of negative 1 plus b to the power of negative 1 close parenthesis to the power of negative 1? W, the fraction with numerator ab and denominator a plus b. 10, a plus b. Y, a squared times b squared. Z, ab. Answer: W, the fraction with numerator ab and denominator a plus b. Toss-up 10. Energy multiple choice. Which of the following sources gives the largest amount of radiation exposure? W, a transcontinental airline flight. 10. A chest X-ray. Y, natural background radiation for 1 year. Z, living within 50 miles of a nuclear power plant for 1 year. Answer: Y, natural background radiation for 1 year. Bonus 10. Energy multiple choice. Fuel cells operating on methanol and air produce heat, electricity, and which of the following? W, carbon monoxide. 10. Water. Y, water and carbon dioxide. Z, mercury. Answer: Y, water and carbon dioxide. Toss-up 11. Earth and space multiple choice. Who was the 18th century geologist who first developed the concept of uniformitarianism? W, Cuvier. 10. Lyell. Y, Hutton. Z, Steno. Answer: Y, Hutton. Bonus 11. Earth and space. Short answer. What is the chemical formula for the substance whose dissolution was mainly responsible for the formation of Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico? Answer: CaCO3. Toss-up 12. Chemistry. Multiple choice. You are asked to investigate a gaseous sample that is composed of a variety of different atmospheric gases. Which of the following gas laws could provide information about the relative composition of the gases? W. Avogadro's law. 10. Boyle's law. Y. Dalton's law of partial pressure. Z. Charles's law. Answer: Y. Dalton's law of partial pressure. Bonus 12. Chemistry. Short answer. Put the following four compounds in order from least to most covalently bonded: 1. Beryllium sulfide, 2. Lithium oxide, 3. Magnesium chloride, 4. Calcium bromide. Answer: 2, 3, 4, 1. Toss-up 13. Biology. Short answer. If a trace amount of blood was discovered at a crime scene, what technique could be used to amplify the amount of DNA present in this sample, thereby allowing scientists to determine the individual's blood type? Answer: polymerase chain reaction. Bonus 13. Biology. Multiple choice. Which of the following best explains the property of TAQ polymerase that makes it ideal for use in PCR reactions? W. It is heat stable. 10. It is resistant to mechanical perturbation. Y. It can remain stable at a variety of pH levels. Z. It can be used in low concentrations. Answer: W. It is heat stable. Toss-up 14. Physics. Multiple choice. 100 resistors have minimum, mean, and maximum values of 110 ohms, 150 ohms, and 300 ohms, respectively. If all 100 resistors are connected in parallel, which of the following ranges could contain the equivalent resistance? W. The provided information is insufficient to answer the question. 10. Less than 110 ohms. Y. More than 110 ohms but less than 300 ohms. Z. More than 300 ohms. Answer: 10. Less than 110 ohms. Bonus 14. Physics. Short answer. The breakdown electric field of air is approximately 3 million volts per meter. Assuming that lightning moves uniformly through a cylinder of air with a cross-sectional area of 1 square meter and providing your answer in scientific notation with one significant digit, if a typical storm cloud is at an altitude of 2,000 meters and the resistivity of air is about 10 ohm meters at breakdown, what is the current in amperes of a cloud-to-cloud lightning strike? Answer: 3 times 10 to the power of 5. Toss-up, 15. Math. Multiple choice. If f of x equals sine squared of x plus cosine squared of x, what is f prime of x? W, 0. 10, 1. Y, 2 sine of x cosine of x. Z, sine of 2x. Answer. W, 0. Bonus, 15. Math. Multiple choice. What is the volume of a cube that has a space diagonal of 3 times the square root of 3? W, 27. 10, 27 times the square root of 3. Y, 54. Z, 81. Answer. W, 27. Toss-up, 16. Energy short answer. What physical property is exploited when separating volatiles via fractional distillation? Answer. Boiling point. Bonus, 16. Energy short answer. At 23 degrees Celsius in 1 atmosphere, what are the physical states, respectively, of ethane, butane, and octane? Answer. The physical state of ethane is gas, the physical state of butane is gas, the physical state of octane is liquid. Toss-up, 17. Earth and space multiple choice. Which of the following faults forms in areas characterized by extensional tectonics? W. Normal. 10. Reverse. Y. Thrust. Z. Strike slip. Answer. W. Normal. Bonus, 17. Earth and space multiple choice. The Philippines formed from tectonic activity at which of the following plate boundary types? W. Continent-continent convergent. 10. Divergent. Y. Ocean-ocean convergent. Z. Transform. Answer. Y. Ocean-ocean convergent. Toss-up, 18. Chemistry. Multiple choice. Which of the following does not have an index of hydrogen deficiency of 3? W. Spiropentane. 10. Norbornene. Y 1,3-cyclohexadiene. Z. Trans 1,3,5-hexatriene. Answer. W. Spiropentane. Bonus, 18. Chemistry. Short answer. What is the oxidizing agent typically used in hydroboration oxidation? Answer. Hydrogen peroxide. Toss-up, 19. Biology. Multiple choice. Which of the following is not a characteristic of diatoms? W. They have a saccharide cell covering. Y. They have a frustule made up of silica. 10. They contain carotenoids, as well as chlorophyll A and B. Z. Some species produce toxins. Answer. W. They have a saccharide cell covering. Bonus 19. Biology. Short answer. What term, derived from the Greek words for feces and rock, applies to fossilized animal dung? Answer. Coprolite. Toss-up 20. Physics. Multiple choice. The triple point of water is nearest which of the following temperatures? W. 273 degree Fahrenheit. 10. 273 degrees Celsius. Y. 273 Kelvin. Z. 0 Kelvin. Answer. Y. 273 Kelvin. Bonus 20. Physics. Multiple choice. A pipe with a 30 cm inner radius is connected to a pipe with a 15 cm inner radius. If incompressible water flows through the pipes, what is the flow speed in centimeters per second in the smaller pipe if the flow speed through the larger pipe is 10 centimeters per second? W. 10. 10. 20. Y. 30. Z. 40. Answer. Z. 40. Toss-up X. 21. Math. Short answer. Solve the following equation for x over the real numbers. 27 times 3 to the power of x equals 81. Answer 1. Bonus 21. Math. Short answer. If the first four terms of an arithmetic sequence are a, 2a, b, and a minus 6 minus b, find the 100th term. Answer, negative 100. Toss-up 22. Earth and space multiple choice. The lack of transmission of earthquake S waves through what layer of the Earth is evidence that it is liquid? W. Mantle. 10. Outer core. Y. Inner core. Z. Lithosphere. Answer. Bonus 22. Earth and space multiple choice. Nimbostratus clouds are considered what type of clouds, based on their height in the atmosphere? W. High level. 10. Mid-level. Y. Low level. Z. Ground level. Answer. Y. Low level. Toss-up 23. Chemistry. Multiple choice. What is the major product in the ethoxide-promoted beta elimination of 1-chloro-1-methylcyclohexane? W. Ethanol. 10. 1-methyl-1-cyclohexene. Y. Methylcyclohexane. Z. Methylenocyclohexane. Answer. 10. 1-methyl-1-cyclohexene. Bonus 23. Chemistry. Short answer. Which halogen is the poorest SN2 leaving group? Answer. Fluorine. Toss-up 24. Biology. Multiple choice. In a gel electrophoresis experiment, in which of the following directions will a DNA sample move, and why? W. Toward the negative electrode because DNA has a positive charge. 10. Toward the negative electrode because DNA has a negative charge. Y. Toward the positive electrode because DNA has a positive charge. Z. Toward the positive electrode because DNA has a negative charge. Answer. Z. Toward the positive electrode because DNA has a negative charge. Bonus 24. Biology. Multiple choice. Which of the following chemical bonds does not correctly characterize the interaction between two molecules? W. Ester linkage, ribose to phosphate. 10. Peptide bond, amino acid to amino acid. Y. Covalent bond, anticodon to codon. Z. Hydrogen bond, adenine to thymine. Answer. Y. Covalent bond. Anticodon to codon. Toss-up 25. Physics. Multiple choice. A spaceship going away from you at a speed 0.2 c sends an electromagnetic signal to you. What is the speed at which the signal approaches? W. 0.2 c. 10. 0.8 c. Y. c. Z. 1.2 c. Answer. Y. c. Bonus 25. Physics. Multiple choice. A box slides with friction up a ramp, comes to rest briefly, and then slides back down. Which of the following statements about this motion is true? W. The magnitude of the acceleration of the box at any point sliding up the ramp is greater than the magnitude of the acceleration at the same point down the ramp. 10. The magnitude of the acceleration of the box at any point sliding down the ramp is greater than the magnitude of the acceleration at the same point up the ramp. Y. The magnitude of the acceleration of the box at any point sliding up the ramp is the same as the magnitude of the acceleration of the box at the same point down the ramp and is non-zero. Z. The magnitude of the acceleration of the box at any point sliding up the ramp is the same as the magnitude of the acceleration of the box at the same point down the ramp and is zero. Answer. W. The magnitude of the acceleration of the box at any point sliding up the ramp is greater than the magnitude of the acceleration at the same point down the ramp.